Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. So this is the second part of the third lesson. Because we couldn't complete it yesterday, so this will be third lesson, part 2. And the summary, what we have discussed so far is that kalima is a meaningful lafaz. It is three kinds: ism, fail, harf. When ism, fail and harf we combine it become murakkab. Murakkab can be murakkab naqas, which is our 5 types, and we will discuss later on. And murakkab tam, which is also called jumla or kalam. And we will further continue this thing from there. We just leave it there for now. Further types of jumla and thing. Then we come to, on the second day, to harakat. And we discuss what? That fatha, kasra, and dhamma, and then sukoon. The one with fatha will be called maftuh, then madmoom, then maksur, and then sakin. This is what we discuss. Then we also discuss that in Arabic, the harakat of the last letter of the kalima, it changed. And it gives a very useful purpose. It indicates that he has done the job, or the job is done on him, or he owns something. So on that base, the i'rab, we give different name to i'rab. The same dhamma, in i'rabi halat we call it what? Rafa. And rafa is from high status, because the thing which have rafa in Arabic, they are very high, they are Jews, they are the asal. And then nasab is fatha, we call it nasab in i'rabi halat. And that means installation, because the action is installed on it, it happened on it, it occurred on it. And then jar means pulling down, because it is low status. And when we say a jar, you also lower down your lower lip. So that is what they call jar. Jar means pulling down. Okay? So in i'rabi halat, it will be what? Rafa, marfu', nasab, mansoob, jar, majroor. And then we also discussed that these i'rab are given by something which is called amil. So amil will give i'rab, where amil will give rafa, amil will give nasab, amil will give jar. Okay? And the thing which is taken, which take the rafa, nasab are called ma'amul. Amil and ma'amul. Then we also discussed, inshallah, we discussed this yesterday, but we continue with it now, that, look, it can be, the kalima can be mu'arab, okay, or it can be mabni. All right? What does mabni mean? That the amil cannot change the haraka of the last word. It's frozen all the time the same. Like tilka, dhalika, haula'i, right? Hadha. All these are what? They are mabni. Okay? These are mabni. So inshallah we will discuss it in detail. But here you just focus on what we want to know here. That if it's mabni, it still will have a haraka. Right? Mabni ala what? So if it is mabni on a dhamma, the haraka, right? For example, qultu. So if it be mabni ala dhamm. If it is on fatha like qulta, it will be mabni ala al-fath. If it is on mabni ala al-kasr and dakhalat, it will be on sukoon. So remember the 4 possibilities. Mabni ala dhamm, mabni ala al-fath, mabni ala al-kasr, mabni ala al-sukoon. Right? So these are what? These are the 4 types of the mabni. Ekal anwa'ul bina. You clear hai? Right? Now we go to what? Mu'arab. Mu'arab is that Arabic word that amil can change its Arab. But Mu'arab is divided into 2. One is called Mu'arab Munsarif, and one is called Mu'arab Ghair Munsarif. Mu'arab Munsarif is that one which accepts all the Arab, including jar and tanween. And Mu'arab Ghair Munsarif is the one which will not accept jar and tanween. How we know in Arabic that, how will you know what is the criteria? That the grammar experts, they develop 9 criteria. And these are called asbab man'u sarf. Sarf means changing. Like zaydun is changing. So if a thing is not changing, it's called man'u sarf. Sarf ko mana kar raha hai. Okay? So and they are called asbab man'u sarf are how many? 9. So most of these غير منصرف, which don't include it except jar and tanween, they are what? They have 2 criteria of the 9. And there are some major criteria also. So if major criteria is only one, that's enough. You don't need to look for a second one. Like for example, look, the word Umar in Arabic is غير منصرف. आप समझ गए मेरी बात? So now look here. The 9 criteria, one criteria is called alam. Alam means designated name. The name which is given to you. Like look, alam for Allah is what? Allah. It's alam. Okay? So alam is the given name. Given name. So this in this Umar, there are 2 criteria. One of the criteria is alam. Alam is one of the 9 criteria, and the other is adal that we will discuss later on. Adal insaf wala adal nahi hai ki Umar mein adal tha. Ye nahw wala adal hai. So and it is a discussion. I don't want to go there. So if somebody tell you Umar is ghair munsarif, it does not accept jar and tanween. Why? Because it has 2 criteria out of the 9, and they are called what? Asbab is ये बहुत तेरा होता है आपको याद asbab man'u sarf. क्या कहते हैं उसको? Asbab man'u sarf. वो asbab जो sarf को मना करती है. Sarf का मतलब है change. Those criteria which stop a word from changing. Okay, so now look here. Like for example, if you say Umar, so it Ja'a Umaru. So what is missing here? No tanween. If it was Zaid, what you will say? Ja'a Zaidun. Ja'a Zaidun. But since it is ghair munsarif, so what we say? Ja'a Umaru. Okay. Ra'aytu Umara. If it was Zaid, what we were supposed to say? Ra'aytu Zaidan. Tanween, it is not accepting tanween. And here, look. Marartu bi Zaidin. So ba give jar. Zir. Right? But here, since it is ghair munsarif, and ghair munsarif, remember, jar, tanween, no. Jar, no tanween, no jar, no tanween. So instead of saying marartu bi Zaidin, marartu bi Umar, and what we say, marartu bi Umara. Marartu bi Umara. Marartu means I passed by. I passed by Umar. Marartu bi Umara. Marartu bi Umara. Ra'aytu Umara mean I saw. Ra'aytu mean I saw. Umara mean I saw Umar. ओके जा अमीन के तो ये छोटी छोटी जुमले याद करते रहो ताकि आपकी फेमिलियर होते जाएगी जा बोलो जा उमारो रआयतु उमारा मररतु बि उमारा समझ गए ना और मरर तो का पता नहीं ना मरर मीन पासिंग बाय आई पास बाय उमर याद हो जाएगा ना बोलो जा किधर गया माइक्रोफोन बोलो
जा उमर
जा उमरो हाँ
उमरो
हाँ रआयतु
उमर
उमारा ये है ना सामने रआयतु उमारा
रअयतु उमरा
मररतु बि उमरा बिकॉज़ इट इज व्हाट गैर मुनसरिफ
बि उमरा
अब समझ गए तो अभी देखो हुज़ैफा I give you some more example of mabni. Look, this is the table. Okay, so look, Ibrahim. Okay, so one of the 9 criteria is what? Ujma. Ujma means non-Arab word, non-Arab kalima. So Ibrahim has 2 criteria. It is alam, right? It is a given name. So Ibrahim is ghair munsarif. Why? It has ujma and alam. So how will you say? Ja'a Ibrahimu, Ra'aytu Ibrahima, Marartu bi Ibrahima. आप समझ गए? Makkah, right? So look, Makkah has 2 criteria. One is this tanis. This is also one of the 9 criteria. And the other is what? Alam. It is a given name. Okay? So for example, you will say what? You cannot say Ja'a Makkatu. It will be wrong. Makkah came. तो आप कैसे कह सकते हैं? हादा मक्का मक्का तो फिर सही हो जाएगा ये मक्का है समझ गए ना ओके मैंने मक्का देखा तो हाउ विल यू से मैंने मक्का देखा बोलो रअई तो बोलो ना रअई तो मक्का था रअई तो मक्का था मैं आई पास बाय मक्का हाउ विल यू से
मररतु मक्का
बि मक्का था बिकॉज़ इट इज गैर मुनसरिफ समझ गए ओके नाउ लुक मरियम what are the 2 criteria of asbab manusarf in Maryam?
First is alam and the other is
ujma.
Ujma.
Okay, alam and ujma. Okay, bolo. Ja'a
Maryamu.
Ra'aytu
Maryama.
Marartu bi
Maryama.
Maryama. समझ गए ना? अभी देखो इसराइल, this is the name of Yaqub alayhi salam. What are the two criteria in it?
Alam and Ujma.
Huh?
Alam and Ujma.
علم عجمة. Okay, so جاء
Isra'ilu.
رأيت
Isra'ila.
مررت
Isra'ila.
بإسرائيل. أحمر. أحمر, it is what? It has two criteria. One is it is a sifat. Out of the 9, it is what?
Sifat.
It is sifat. Okay, and the other, I think it is waznul fi'l. Okay, so it will be hard for you if I explain. But there are two criteria. At least one I know for sure. It is what? Sifat. Sifat. Sifat bhi kya hota hai? Sifat also what?
Criteria. Major.
Is one of the criteria. So you say this is red. For example, you say, so how you say? Hada
Ahmaru.
ahmaru. I saw red.
Haza
Ra'aytu
Ra'aytu
ahmara.
Ahmara.
I passed by red.
Marartu bi Ahmara.
अहमरा. समझ गए ना? हाँ, अस्वद भी उसी की तरह है, सिफत है. बोलो. हाज़ा
Aswadu.
रअयतु
Aswada.
मररतु भी.
Aswada.
तो ये पूरा आपको एक आइडिया दे दिया. These are what? These are मुअरब और मबनी.
Mu'arab.
हाँ?
Mu'arab غير منصرف.
हाँ, very good. They are मुअरब गैर मुनसरिफ. They are मुअरब, but मुअरब are of two kind. One is मुअरब मुनसरिफ and the other is मुअरब गैर मुनसरिफ. समझ गए? अच्छा, अभी आपको थोड़ा सा एग्जाम और दे दूं. ये देखो, इसको देखो. हाँ, तो these are मुअरब मुनसरिफ. हाँ, बोलो. मोहम्मद came.
جاء محمد.
मुहम्मदुन. Right? It is accepting tanween. हाँ, I saw Muhammad.
رأيت محمدا.
رأيت محمدا. I passed by Muhammad.
جاء
مررت بي
مررت بمحمد.
بمحمد. ये आपको भी बुलवा रहा हूँ ताकि आपको आप अरबी की काफी एतमाद आ जाए आपके अंदर. समझ गए ना? अच्छा देखो. Now this is शैउन mean thing. तो ये तो नहीं कहते जाआ, तो करो हाजा. बोलो.
هذا
This is a thing. How will you say?
هذا شيء.
هذا شيء. رأيت
شيئا.
مررت بي
شيء.
شيء. अब समझ गए? अच्छा, what is the purpose of this? The purpose of this table is to tell you that in nasab we add the alif automatically with it. All right? ये हमने बोला था ना? We told you, right? That when a thing become mansoob, so what we do? We add a alif with it. मसलन देखो. इधर देखो. मस्जिदुन, मस्जिदन, मस्जिदिन. तो देखो यहाँ अलिफ आ गया. समझिए? And then on the very first day I told you the reason for it. The reason was that if in an Arab newspaper there will be no Arab. There will be no. How will you know? Though आप समझ गए? तो मैंने कहा देखो, on the very first, आपको याद है ना? I told you for this there are only two reasons in Arabic, and it's very easy. So there's no confusion, right? And with this we put the alif, and whatever is remaining will be what? Masjid. So that is the reason for putting the alif in the nasab, so that you know. Like for example, look. Because the Arab they don't put fatha kasra damma, zabardir nahi lagati. So look, like for example, the one is like if suppose somebody name is Abdullah ibn Umar, so they write it like this. So how will you know that this is not Abdullah ibn Amr? So they put a waw here. They write it, but they don't say. So when you see the waw, it will be who? Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As. So ये ऐसे करते रहते हैं because they don't put the fatha kasra, they don't have the luxury. So on those burning places they put these things to avoid doing mistake by even the Arab. समझ गए? So in the same way we put the alif there in the halat al-nasab so that we know for sure it is what? In nasab. Okay. Now there are some exceptions to it that we don't put the alif. And these are here. Look here. If a noun end with gol ta, they call ta marbuta. Right? So you don't put alif in nasab. How will you say? Jannatun. Dekho. Jannatun, jannatan, jannatin. In the nasab there is no alif. So ये exception use कर याद कर लिया आपने? What is the exception? If a noun end with the
Ta
ta marbuta.
Ta marbuta.
Ta
Marbuta.
goal ta marbuta. So in nasab you don't put in alif. हाँ अभी ये बोलो. हाँ this is garden. Say in Arabic.
Jannatun.
हाँ
Haza jannatun.
but this is female. So how will you say هذه
Jannatun.
जन्नतुन. Right? जा जन्नतुन तो नहीं कह सकते ना. वो मतलब सही नहीं है. तो क्या कहेंगे? This is garden. How will you say?
Hazihi jannatun.
هذه.
Jannatun.
If it was a male, what would you say?
Haza.
هذا. Okay. I saw a garden.
Ra'aytu jannatan.
जन्नतन. I passed by a garden.
Marartu bi jannatin.
मररतु बि जन्नतिन. Okay? तो ये एक exception आपने याद कर लिया. अच्छा. Then now look here he is telling you that this is ta mabsuta or maftuha. Look, marbut mean tied. Okay, maftuha mean kula. So here he put the bint for you to compare that only the ta marbuta will be exception. Ta maftuha or mabsuta will not be. So now look here, bintun. Okay, so bolo, ladki. Okay, girl came. Say,
Ja'a bintun.
Ja'a bintun. Ra'aytu.
Bintan.
I passed by.
Marartu bintin.
बिबिंतिन बिंतिन गर्ल. So okay, तो ये दोनों आपने appreciate कर लिया ना. ता मरबूता और ता मफ्तूहा बोलो या मबसूता बोलो, whatever you like. Now the second exception is that if there is if a kalima end with hamza and maqabal is either alif or wa sakin. So in both cases. समझ गए? So look here. Hamza maqabal wa sakin maqabal alif sakin. So sama'un, say, this is asman, this is sky.
Haza sama'un.
Hada sama'un. I saw the sky.
Ra'aytu sama'an.
I passed by the sky.
Marartu bi sama'in.
Okay, burai. Okay, ye burai hai.
Haza su'un.
I saw the burai.
Ra'aytu su'an.
I passed by the bad thing.
Marartu bi su'in.
Basu'in. So look here, there is no alif here. So what are the two exceptions? There are others also, but we only focus on these two. What is the first one?
Alif and waw ma qabal.
If there is if a kalima end with hamza and ma qabal is either alif sakin or waw sakin. And remember sama'un and su'un. आसान है ना याद करना. समाउन सुउन, handy example. समाउन सुउन. और फिर दूसरा क्या example याद करोगे? जन्नतुन. मक्कातुन. समझ गए ना? मक्कातुन, मक्का there will be no alif with मक्कातुन. फातिमातुन. समझ गए मेरी बात? तो ये बात अच्छी तरह याद आ गई आपको? Okay, so these are the what? मुअरब मुनसरिफ. मुअरब मुनसरिफ, that they will accept jar and tanween also, and the exception when there will be no alif. समझ गए? अच्छा देखो, अभी just an overview to complete this lesson. Kalima, right? Kalima. So harf is also a kalima, right? So which harf will be mu'arab, which will be mabni? All the huruf will be
mabni.
बस खत्म हो गई बात. You are done. There is no mu'arab harf. समझ गए? Okay. Now fail. So now look here. Some will be mu'arab in fail and some will be mabni. Okay? So now look here. A mabni, like dwaraba. So dwaraba means he hit in the past. So dwaraba, and then there are 13 more under it. Dwaraba, dwarabu. One man did the hitting, two did it, three more did it. One lady did it, we will do it later on. But dwaraba and all the others, dwaraba, dwarabu, dwarabat, dwarabata, dwarabna, dwarabta, dwarabtuma, dwarabtum, dwarabti, dwarabtuma, dwarabtunna, dwarabtu, dwarabna. ये 14 है. इसी तरह आपको याद करना पड़ेगा. तो all are what? Mabni. If somebody tell you fail is mu'arab or mabni, what will you say?
Fail. Some fail are mabni.
It can be mu'arab or it can be mabni. If somebody tell you give me the example of a mabni fail, what will you say? Fail mazi. पक्का वो है. All fail mazi. Okay, is what? Mabni. ठीक है? Okay. Now look here. All fail mazi. We will discuss it. But यहाँ इतनी बात याद रखो. The example of a mabni fail is what?
Fail mazi.
बस इतनी बात याद करो. डिटेल में मत जाओ वरना कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. ये सब बताएंगे इंशाल्लाह आपको. समझ गए ना मेरे? We will discuss all. Then this is what Amar Hazir. Idrib. I am telling one person do the hitting, तो वो भी मबनी है. Okay, so Amar Hazir. Amar Hazir you can give to one man, two men, many men, one woman, two women, more many men. There are 6 Amar Hazir. All are what?
مبني.
Mabni. Huh. What are the example of a Mabni fail?
مبني فعل ضربة.
فعل ماضي.
فعل ماضي.
All فعل ماضي like ضربة. And then what? Amar.
حاضر.
Because sometimes you give Amar to the ghaib also. He need to go. He should go. तो उस अमर गायब है. तो अमर हाजिर असल अमर हाजिर का होता है ना. इद्रिब इज़हब you go. तो what is a मुअरब one? Like look we say माजी is mabni. So mudari is not. Look yadribu. Okay, dwaraba mean he did the hitting. Yadribu mean he is doing it or he will do it. So this is what? This is mabni, mu'arab. Because sometimes the yadribu will become what? Yadriba. If you put an on it, it becomes the same. Yadribu become what? Yadriba. So देखो change हो गया. Or lam yadrib. समझ गए? Normal, okay, one person will do the hitting. So how we do in Arab? How we say in Arabic? Yadribu.
يضرب.
One person did the hitting. How we say in Arabic?
يضرب.
Dwaraba.
ضرب.
Dwaraba yadribu. Dwaraba bolo. Dwaraba
ضرب.
yadribu.
Yadribu.
Dwaraba.
يضرب.
Dwaraba mean he
Past.
did. Yadribu he will do
Please
it.
do.
तो ऐसे याद कर लो. Dwaraba yadribu. Dwaraba yadribu. समझ गए? So yadribu. Dwaraba will never change. It is mabni. And yadribu will change depending on the amil. If you put an on it, so the yadribu will become what?
يضرب.
An yadriba.
An yadrib.
If you put lam on it, it will become what? Jazam. Lam yadrib. समझ गए? Clear हो गया? Okay, the same in ism. Look. Ism. Okay. Ism can be mu'arab or it can be mabni. So look, mu'arab ism is asan, easy. Dwaraba zaidun amran. हो गया ना? और सारे example I show you in the table, right? समाउन सूउन है ना. zaidun amrun ये सब मुअरब. और मबनी look ذالika. ذالika is mi ishara. So there is the gardan. There is a full table of the ismi ishara. And all the ismi ishara they are what? Mabni. This is called ismi mawsul. Ismi mawsul means that you say the man who is good came. So who is good इसको mawsul कहते हैं. ये later on याद करेंगे. अभी सिर्फ ये terminology के साथ just become familiar with the terminology. So this is ismi zamir. So ismi ishara, ismi mawsul, ismi zamir. All are what? Mabni. Okay, zamir. Look like zamir. Huwa, he one man, two men. Okay, many men. So huwa, huma, hum. तो ये सब ज़मायर क्या है? मबनी है. आल इसमें इशारा दे आर
मबनी.
ओके. आल इसमें मौसूल दे आर
मबनी.
मबनी. तो ये आपको ये इस टेबल में जो भी है वी डिस्कस इट, राइट? हाँ. और ये भी देखो जाआ हाज़ा रअयतु हाज़ा मररतु बि. व्हाई इट इज नॉट चेंजिंग? बिकॉज़ इट इज
غير منصرف.
नो, बिकॉज़ इट इज मबनी. समझिए ना. गैर मुनसरिफ तो चेंज होता है. या उमरो रअयत उमरा मररतु बि उमरा. तो दिस इज व्हाट? मबनी. व्हाई इट इज मबनी? बिकॉज़ इट इज इसमें इशारा. व्हाई इज इट नॉट चेंजिंग?
because it's mabni.
व्हाई इट इज मबनी? बिकॉज़ इट इज इसमें इशारा. ऑल इसमें इशारा आर मबनी. ऐसा याद करो, ठीक है? हाँ. और मैं क्या बताऊँ आपको? ये तो आपने ऑलरेडी डिड इट. लुक जा अर रजुलु रअयतु रजुला मररतु बिर रजुली. So these are the mu'arab munsarif in the rafa, in the nasab, in the jar. But mu'arab munsarif can be in what? In the jazm also. But that is only in the fi'l. But there is still mu'arab. You call it lam yadrib. ऐसे समझिए? Okay. wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.